I just have a question for the official TikTok account of the Democratic Party. Are you guys planning on deactivating this page since it's such a threat? You know, are you guys going to deactivate this? Since, you know, you like to come on TikTok to engage Gen Z voters, you know, and engage voters to vote for you motherfuckers. Yet you vote to ban the app that you're on to get donations and to get Gen Z involved and to get people to vote for you. So I'm wondering when this page is going to get deactivated.
Jeffrey, what are you still doing here posting as recently as 3 days ago, even though this app is a national security issue and you are a whole congressman? Don't you know that this app attaches to your home Wi-Fi?
Does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
You ever get embarrassed? Does anyone in Congress ever fucking get embarrassed? Like, you know, go, holy hell, I just went in there to ban this thing, and then I'm gonna just kind of skip over the fact that we consider it a national security issue. I literally have my colleagues saying that this app is listening to us and collecting data. That includes you. If that's true, that includes you. So you're putting all of us in danger by being on this app, yet here you are.
The House just passed a bipartisan bill that can lead to the ban of TikTok in the United States, and y'all don't recognize how insidious this is. I'm gonna get into the context of this picture a little later, but picture this. The same Democrats that used the mobility that was happening on TikTok to get people elected in office are now the same Democrats that's licking up with their ops to pass bipartisan bills to ban TikTok. I'm one of the TikTok influencers that was invited to the White House and feel betrayed now that Biden is back in his band. I would argue that all the Democrats seen TikTokers as being buddy-buddy in 2023, and then we started being critical of how they was crushing watermelons, and then all of a sudden, we became public enemy number one. Which takes me back to this picture. When we were briefed at the White House, they told us that they recognize that most Americans get their news from TikTok, and now you're trying to ban it. So you don't want them to know the news?
This is so sneaky. Almost out of nowhere, a vote to ban TikTok will now be held tomorrow. And what's wild is that to significantly improve its odds of being passed by both the House and the Senate, this time it's being packaged as part of a foreign aid bill for Israel, Ukraine, and Taiwan, which for context many lawmakers regard as must-pass legislation. And then to win over senators which are holding back, this bill has been changed to give ByteDance 1 year to sell TikTok rather than just 6 months. Or of course, be banned. And already if you look at the language being used around this bill, on its face it's all about geopolitics, not TikTok.
I'm tired of them playing in my damn face, and at this point, y'all should be tired too, because how the hell can these two pictures exist in the same timeline? Billions of dollars in aid for a country that has subsidized health care, but nothing for us? And then the homelessness epidemic? This is crazy. Shame on them. We need to bring back shame, embarrassment, and amongst other things the French are famously known for, because what the hell is wrong with these people that they don't even have any shame in passing something like this when people can't afford to live? This is absolutely crazy. And the TikTok ban as well, all of this stuff they hide under the guise of national security.
They can talk about China all they want, but the truth is TikTok is the only social media app where the algorithm is not controlled by a certain very powerful interest group.
We work with YouTube to get them to change their algorithms so it lessens the likelihood that a young person's going to run into some of these anti-Semitic conspiratorial videos. We work with Facebook on trying to use a redirect method, so when you search for Holocaust as a hoax, you get directed to like a Yad Vashem page. So there are different ways they can tweak their algorithms and adjust their products.
The real reason the government is so obsessed with banning TikTok is because the government is threatened by TikTok. The truth is, they don't really want to ban it as much as they want to control it. But if they can't control it, rest assured that they will make it disappear. They have two problems. One, they no longer control the narrative here because of how we communicate here, how fast information from the global community spreads here. It makes their propaganda fail.
The biggest impact of TikTok not being available in the US will be the reduction in the amount of Americans fighting to make the United States a better place for Americans and demanding the freedoms and human rights that are just considered normal in other developed countries. The problem is that the US media market is so insular that unlike other developed countries, Americans don't see what's happening in the outside world as much as people in other countries do.
A lot of TikTokers that expose celebrities and whatnot, people are saying this might be the real push that that's why they're trying to ban it in this country. They don't care about the data harvesting. They don't care
Oh, not
about
at all.
the impact
Right.
on
They don't
children.
give a shit.
Right.
They think it's a threat to the status quo.
Yeah, they can't control the information
and it's a foreign.
space.
I mean, at the end of the day, it is a foreign app, and
Yep.
so they have very little control. if
Actually,
they are
I don't.
just-
I think that's a made up narrative. You remember Project Texas?
I don't know.
So during the TikTok hearings that happened last year,
Okay.
right? Project Texas was the solution when they were, because last year they were like, we need to ban TikTok because
Right.
it's Chinese app.
Right.
And so what they did is they established Project Texas, which moved all of the TikTok data centers to Texas under the oversight of Oracle. Oracle
actually happen, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
So all the data centers moved to Texas and are under the oversight of Oracle, and Oracle has oversight over the algorithms of TikTok, i.e., what gets censored and what doesn't.
interesting.
And Oracle is, just look up Oracle CIA. Oracle is like a CIA project from its inception. Larry Ellison before he founded Oracle, which is like one of the biggest tech companies in the world. It's like the 6th biggest company in the world. Oracle was actually a CIA operation that he worked on called Operation Oracle before Oracle was a company. And so now that is the company that's overseeing TikTok ever since Project Texas.
What is this? But I've heard that it's like it's in Taiwan though.
What it is it's a public company.
Okay.
And it's the problem is that it's owned by ByteDance. Like
Right.
It is a subsidiary of ByteDance. It has its own board of directors and its own management structure. And there is an argument to be made that like ByteDance could influence it and request, but like honestly, those arguments feel pretty flimsy. Like,
I guess what's the difference though? If both what you said about Oracle, why does it matter whether if it is ByteDance influencing or if it's just Oracle playing these dirty games, which they've
well,
kind
I
of been
mean,
proven to.
you can make an argument that the CIA is allowed to interfere with American media, and even though technically that's the exact opposite of what the CIA is supposed to be allowed to do. And versus China influence, like it would be a problem if China was flooding our country with like narratives and affecting our albums. That'd be a big problem. That would be. But so I tested it. I was like, I've actually never seen any anti-China content, because the claim was that TikTok is censoring anti-China content, so we never see it, so we aren't critical of China. Like they won't let you post hashtag Tiananmen Square and stuff like that, and that they are gathering our data from so those are the two claims. So I made a whole video that was like footage of Tiananmen Square, hashtag Tiananmen Square, footage of the Uyghurs, hashtag Uyghur Muslims, like the whole everything Tibet, all of it. And I like did great. It was like hundreds of thousands of views, no problem, no suppression whatsoever. But my like anti-CIA videos get taken down all the time.
Really?
All the time. Yeah. The most censored topic on TikTok in my content sphere is 100% the CIA, Jeffrey Epstein, and any of the current like information campaigns, like elections,
Do they give
like Joe
you-
Biden.
What's their excuse for that? Do they give you one?
Oh, they don't really tell you. No, they have like 6 different selections, and it's like misinformation, harmful content. I don't know.
If you're talking about the CIA, it's always going to be harmful content.
Exactly. Yeah, it can be literally anything. But like, and they'll take down videos that like are strictly factual information. It's like TikTok is the most censored platform by far.
Right.
And I mean, if you're talking about China and you want to like deal with China influencing America, like why aren't we talking about China buying up American farmland and China having all of our tech manufacturing and China like and like Google, all of our companies being up in China, like
making lots of fentanyl.
Well, I mean, I think the bigger problem is not so much there's anti-Chinese sentiment that they're censoring. It's they're promoting pro-communist propaganda. I don't know if you see that as a TikToker. And I know the algorithm.
There is
so
a lot of
strong
pro-communist propaganda
that you might not see it, but I think that's the bit. I mean, at
no,
least
my
here-
followers are those people.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, because I am actually pro-capitalism in a big way, but I'm very critical of what is currently happening,
sure.
because it's not capitalism, it's fucking cronyism, it's corporatocracy. But like, I honestly think that the socialist movement in the youth is just a natural uprising based upon having this horrible world we live in.
Yes.
But like the suppression on, like, if you are on TikTok a lot, pro-Palestine content is everywhere,
Right.
but it's heavily suppressed. Like a
Right.
great way to get your account banned, a great way to get your videos taken down. Hashtag Free Palestine is like destroyed. Like the sentiment because young people didn't know anything about it until now, and then they wanted to know about it, and so they went on TikTok to learn about it, and they saw videos of both sides, and immediately all of TikTok skewed towards Palestine. And so, and Israel has an extremely powerful, like regardless of your perspective on which is which, Israel has an extremely powerful lobby in the government. And so Israel has the power to lobby our government, like literally 98% of our, like,
It's a lot.
yeah, it's a lot.
We've been funding.
I mean,
a
actually,
lot.
so if I want to be literal, so we have 100 senators, right? 87 of them, I think, have taken Israeli money.
Yeah.
I forget the exact stat. It's like that many.
What, AIPAC, right?
And so, yeah. And so,
You have someone said APAC in the chat.
yeah. And so if we're really getting down to the reason why TikTok needs to be banned, that's a far more likely culprit
Right.
for